I will live for you, cause you love the way you do.
Everyone, how are you all doing? Hope you all are doing fine. You're welcome back to my channel. Hope you're staying safe wherever you are. To my old subscribers, you are the best. Thanks for your love. Thanks for your support. I cannot underestimate that, and I won't take that for granted. For you that is watching me for the first time, what are you waiting for? Please click that red button here that says subscribe, like my videos, share and comment. Subscription is quite free. It's just for you to click on the button, and that will be all for subscription. Remember to turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Before I commence today's video, I would like us to say a word of prayer. Father, I thank you for my viewers. I thank you for their lives. Father, bless them, increase them through this video, inspire them. Meet them at the point of their needs, that at the end your name be glorified. In Jesus' mighty name I declare, amen. Let's dive right into today. On your screen, today's topic, which is gender selection. There are various ways of selecting your baby's gender or your baby's sex. But today I'll be talking about the natural way which you can do that selection or select your desired baby sex. So there is what we call chromosomes. What are chromosomes? Chromosomes are DNA molecules with parts or all the genetic materials of an organism. They carry as well the genetic informations. Chromosomes are made up of DNA and proteins combined as chromatin. Now I'll be mentioning an important protein I will like you to understand. It is histone. Histone is a protein that carries hereditary information. Chromosomes comes in pairs. One set of the chromosomes comes from the father, while another set comes from the mother. And I would like to understand that each human being has 46 chromosomes. So now, the mother's egg contains only X chromosomes, while the father's sperm cells contains both the X and the Y chromosomes. Now, I think this has answered a misconception that we all have in our country, or like, let's say, from where I'm coming from. We always blame the woman that she's the one responsible for the sex of the family. Let me tell you that it's the responsibility of the father, because the father has the both, while the mother has only one chromosome, which is X chromosome. So the women's chromosomes are XX chromosomes, while the male or the men's chromosomes are XY. So now I would like to also explain the characteristics of the both chromosomes. The Y chromosomes, they swim faster and they have a short lifespan, while the X chromosomes, they swim slowly, their movements are slow, and they survives long, which is they have a long lifespan. Now, having this, another characteristics of the chromosomes are that the Y chromosomes survives for 24 hours, or can survive for 24 hours, while the X chromosomes survive 72 hours. Now, I would like to also now explain how the sex come, or how the baby come. Now, when the egg is being released and the man also releases his sperm cell, the sperm cell, which is the Y chromosome in the sperm cell, swims faster to fertilize the egg of the woman that has only S chromosomes, and that results to a male child. While in the case why the sperm cell is being released and there is no already released egg, the Y chromosome rushes or swims fast and gets there, there is no egg to be fertilized. It dies off. While after 24 hours, then the Y chromosome, which swims slow, will now come and meet the egg when it is now released. So on that note, you have what? A female child. That's how you come about the male and the female child. Now, how can you predict it? How can you work towards getting your desired sex or desired gender of a baby? Now, what you do is you have to understand, as a woman, you have to understand your cycle, which I explained in my previous video. If you have not watched my previous video, please don't hesitate to go and watch it before you watch this one, so that you understand your cycle first before you come to watch it. Because if you don't understand your cycle, you will not be able to understand this video well. So now, as you understood your cycle and you know when you ovulate, what happens if you are desiring for a male child? That means you have to, have an intercourse close to your ovulation period. That is when you are ovulating. That is when you ought to have the sex. But if you are desiring for a female child, you have to have the sex 2 days or 4 days prior to your ovulation period. Let me explain again in another terminology. Now, or in another way. Now, if you want to have a male child, what happens is this: if your ovulation period is on the 14th day, which if you're on the 28th day cycle, now your ovulation period is on the 14th day of your cycle. What happens is this: you need to have sex or have intercourse at your 13th day stroke your 14th day, or you can have or as well you can have sex on your 14th and your 15th day, because when the sperm cell is being released, the Y rushes to go to fertilize the egg. So when it gets there and the egg is already released, what happens? Fertilization takes place, and what happens is that you have the XY chromosomes, because the Y goes to meet the X. Remember, I said that the female chromosomes contain only X chromosomes, while the male sperm cells contain both chromosomes, which is the Y and the X. So now the Y rushes to go and fertilize the X, which results to a male child. So for you to have that male child, you need to have intercourse at the day of your ovulation, so that when the Y rushes, it gets to fertilize the X to give you the male child. Now, if you are designed for a female child, you need to have sex like 4 days or 2 days before your ovulation. Why do I say that? When the egg has not been released. So now you when the egg has not been released and the sperm cells is being released, the Y rushes to the fallopian tube where the fertilization takes place, and there is nothing to be fertilized. You understand? There is no egg to be fertilized. What happens is that after 24 hours, the Y chromosomes dies off, and now it gives room for the X that survives for 72 hours, which is 3 days, to be able to fertilize the X chromosome, which is X meets X. We have the female baby or the female child. That is how it comes. So I think with this little explanation, you've understood all about the natural way you can have your desired sex. To you that is watching me right now that desire a particular baby sex, I want to let you know something to calm your nerves, because it's important to calm down and as well observe your menstrual cycle, which I've said in my previous video. So observe it for at least 2 months, so that you can see the consistency of the cycle. If it is consistent, you can now start trying this method that I've said here. And remember to always involve God, because he's the manufacturer of our body chemistry, and he can as well help you organize to get to your desire, or to get your desired sex or desire result. So don't forget to involve him. Why do I say also not to forget to involve him? Because you can observe your cycle for at least the 2 months and you see it's consistent. All of a sudden there will be a distort in the body chemistry that month you have desired or you have planned to start this journey. So and when there's a distort, all of a sudden maybe the cycle will just change and your ovulation period will just time will just change, and at the end of the day you not get your result. That is why you need to involve him, because he has the 60% and the scientist has only 40%. So he has a higher percentage to make it work out for you. So he makes the little things we do be like saying a big thing, no. His grace makes a difference, and it just they embarrass us, so I like it, I like the way he lead me, Thanks so much for watching this video to this point. If you have any question to ask me, please don't hesitate to ask me down below the comment section. And if you think you want to privatize the question or you want to ask me in private, please don't hesitate to chat me up in my messenger, or if you're not my friend, you can email me. It's always there in my description box, so that we can talk it out, so we can have the discussion of whatever you want to ask me. So with this, I will call it a day here till I see you on my channel the next time. Bye.
Imarama, 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 Jesus, Imarama.